And we are live.
Hello, welcome to Sportsbook Review. I'm Nigel Seeley. No, I'm not Natalie Rystrom. I haven't changed. She hasn't lost all her hair. She's sunning herself on holiday in Colombia, and now we're going to look at the French Open. And myself and Alex have been here all week giving you some tips, and we're going to be here again. I'm delighted to say, joining myself and Alex, it's the Wow Captain himself. Look at him, looking rather, I understand cool is not the word you use nowadays with the kids. Apparently safe and dense is the words we're going to use. So you're looking very safe and dense, Wow Capper. Where are you there, sunning yourself?
Oh, Long Beach, California. It's absolutely spectacular weather here. We've gotten so lucky. This whole spring has been cool, like 69, 70 degrees and sunny days. It's been spectacular spring.
Well, unfortunately, I can't say the same in sunny East Grinstead in West Sussex in London, just outside London. Alex, how are you, sir? How are you? All right? Any good today?
Yeah, all good. Watching some friendly matches in football, warm-ups for the World Cup. But all day long, I was watching some interesting matches at Roland Garros. I liked Simona Halep match. Unfortunately for Petkovic, she got injured and she didn't play nothing in the second set. I love how Serena is performing at the level she is right now, because we all know that she's not top of the level. And also, other interesting matches. But let's see what will happen in the next round.
Well, let's look at the next round. It's the fourth round. This is where the tournament really hots up. They're going into the second week. And we'll start with the women's. I think the women's has been much better than the men's. And I think we've got some very intriguing games in the fourth round. We'll start off with the highlight of the fourth round, that question. And that is Serena Williams up against Sharapova. Now, Alex, myself and you spoke about it last week, and we said we'd be amazed that Serena Williams would get to the second round. We thought she was no way going to get to this stage. But we said if she did, she's capable of going on to win the tournament. Can she win the tournament, Alex?
No, she cannot win the tournament. I think that, and we talked a little bit before we started the show, I think that is the name playing. Everybody is scared of playing against Serena Williams. We saw also today Julia Jorges was a little bit, I don't know, she didn't express herself so good like she usually does. When you have in front of you a cat suit with Serena together, playing in the same court, of course that you will be scared. When you will have these first serves that Serena is using at the maximum capacity, I think that you should be scared. But I think that Sharapova, she will enter, Serena Williams for sure, she will enter as a dark horse against Sharapova. We don't have the odds already. I didn't find them till now. But I think that Serena has a chance to win at least one set. Let's say that I'm expecting a long match.
Expecting a long match. You say that people aren't intimidated when you're playing Serena Williams. I actually borrowed her cat suit and I put it on down my local tennis club last week, and I won 6-love. I scared the poor bloke in my doubles match outside. Now let's have a look at your World Cup. This is a game. Let's look at some stats here. Sharapova against Serena is 19-2 in the head-to-heads to Serena. Sharapova has won their last 18 matches, and it's been 14 years since Sharapova won. And surprisingly, she won 2 of the first 3 against them. Can she overturn those statistics?
I don't know that I see it. I'm blown away and I'm impressed by how well Serena has kind of gotten right back to some peak form. I mean, obviously she has more to go to really get back to her best. But the fact that you had this whole tournament of women who were, who were all reasonable chances to win this tournament, and then she hasn't played on clay since 2016 and comes in and puts together the run we've seen from her so far. Three relatively impressive wins, I have to say. It's pretty impressive, and I don't know. I think Serena has the mental edge on Sharapova. I think if I were a bookmaker, I would probably line Serena around minus 180. What's that in the UK? Price is about like
Serena minus 180.
That's what I would guess. Yeah, I really don't think. I really don't think that they're going to keep putting out favorable prices with the way that the market is now kind of catching this, just straight sets win against a bona fide top 20 player today. I would expect that people are salivating right now to get a favorable price to back Serena.
Minus 180 is 155 right now.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'll be closer to pick 'em. I think it'll be a 50-50 match, but I personally do. But I think, I know Serena was impressive today, but Sharapova was equally impressive against Pliskova. I mean, that was a especially in the second set. She was very, very powerful. But, what Alex was saying there, some players are beat when they go on court against Serena just because of the person they're opponent. And that certainly looks the case with Sharapova. So I can understand why you were going to make the favourites. Now, there's no betting around for this game, but obviously it's the highlight game. If I was to put you onto the spot, how do you see it going?
I'm going to say Serena 2-1. I think Serena continues to win until the schedule gets a little cramped and maybe she has to play on back-to-back days against an opponent who's in a little bit better shape and a little bit better form. And that may not be until I'm not sure how the schedule works out exactly, but them being on the second of the 2 days, I think she'll have to at one point play, somebody of relative strength on a back-to-back, and that will probably be when we see her get ousted.
So Serena 2-1. Alex, you'll probably fancy the other side of that, do you?
I think that Sharapova will win this match. Yes, again 2-1. I'm expecting a long match. I think that Sharapova is really well prepared right now. Really, really well prepared. We saw also today. But I'm not saying that Serena will not take advantage of her serve and of her catsuit. So I think that I better skip this match and expect a 3-set match. That's it. Over 2.5 sets in the match. I think that this is the correct way to play this match.
I think you're absolutely right. I think it's a very difficult one to call. Serena, will she be able to continue her fitness? And when can Sharapova get over the voodoo of Serena Williams and that catsuit? 14 years since she's been. Very interesting one. Now, obviously, we've not really got some leans or not really big selections on that one. So I'm going to start off with you, Alex, here. What do you fancy in the women's match? We were very unlucky today with Camilla Corhi. I know we both fancied that Georgie match. She served for the match twice, didn't get it through. Very unlucky. But you've been on form all tournament on the women's draw. What have you got here for us?
I'm going Wozniacki to beat Daria Katsatkina at 1.71. This is what I believe it will happen. Madison Keys 1.6 against Mihaela Buzărnescu. I think that it's over for the Romanian 30 years old. I think that this is her best right now. Yes, she had an incredible match against Svitolina, the match of her career. But how much? I think that emotionally, I don't think that she can control the fact that she arrived this far at the first time in her career at 30 years old. And Madison Keys looks dangerous. I think that she's a good server. I think that if she will hit some more winners and less unforced errors, she will easily go through in 2 straight sets. 1.6 for that. Annette Kontaveit to beat Sloane Stephens at 1.76. I think that this is my play of the round for round 4. And imagine I said that I will not say anything about Halep, but I fancy Elise Mertens to take at least 1 set from Halep. So I'm going Elise Mertens plus 1.5 sets at 2.25.
Interesting there. I mean, last time they played was in 2018 in Madrid. 6-love, 6-3. Mertens won that game against Halep. Obviously, Halep flaky. Kontaveit, I totally agree with you. I think that's a great bet. I don't disagree on the Wozniacki game. I think that could go the other way, I do. But Madison Keys, I like that. Madison Keys, I think she's proven herself now for a potential shot at Wimbledon as well, the form she's got in. Well, Kappa, what do you like?
I'm going to go against you guys on the Kontaveit pick. I know that she's got the form. I know that her win today was impressive. Did she win? Her win 7-6, 7-6 over Kvitova. That was today, right? Because it got delayed.
Yes.
I'm feeling Sloane Stephens. Her athleticism that she's putting on display right now is just outstanding. I honestly think that she's going to come out of the bottom half of this draw and make it to the finals, where I think that Halep can get the better of her. As I look at the draw right now, I think that's how I see this shaking out. Sloane Stephens is her. She loses mental focus from time to time, and she certainly doesn't hold form from tournament to tournament. But I love what I see about the way she's playing right now, and I do think that she can get the better of the Estonian.
Yep. So, anything else on the women's draw? Or just that your one big play.
That's probably the only one. She's a small dog, relatively small underdog in that one. To Kontaveit, I guess.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Woz gets by. I agree with Alex. I guess I think Woz can get by in 3 And then I'd look for Halep to emerge victorious, Serena. I'm dying for a price on that, but I'm almost certainly going to get involved in backing Serena in some way, shape, or form.
Just before we leave the women's behind now, we got the last 16 stage. A good time for some people to come in and look at the outright markets. If you come now and you had to pick one player that you think could win the women's singles, who would be? Well, not who you think would win. Who do you think is the best value in the draw?
I'm going to stick with Stevens. I really think that she's coming out of the bottom half of this draw, and you may be even better off just kind of money line parlay rollover on her. Because she's probably going to be underdog to, a couple of legs along the way. It's still she has a tough path. So that's probably worthwhile. People are sleeping on Muguruza. She probably has more of a, she's probably, she's probably got a better chance than the bookmakers are giving her for whatever reason. Even as a past champion here, I'm surprised she's not getting more respect at the price she's at now. I wouldn't take any action on Serena. I think that's value on that has completely dried up. If there even really ever was value, because as I said, I think as the schedule shrinks, as things get a little bit tougher from match to match, she's eventually going to run out of gas, just on the basis of she hasn't been playing enough tennis. But yeah, Stevens, do you guys have the prices in front of you to see what Stevens
I haven't got anything. I think she's going to be a very big price because she'll be underdog against
Stevens is right now 2.1.
No, to win the whole thing.
For the title.
To win, I will check.
It's about 20 to 1, something like that.
I'll check in 1 second. Till that time, I think that one of our viewers, Alois, is asking any analysis on Muguruza and Alice Tsurenko.
Yeah. I mean, Muguruza, I think, gets by relatively easily. Sorenko is impressed getting to this point, but I think I think her dream run is over. I think Muguruza probably in straight sets.
I think the difference with you say Muguruza, the price she is. I mean, she wins that game. She then plays Serena Williams or Sharapova. Then in the semi-final, she plays Halep. So that top half of the draw looks very, very tough to come through. With the bottom half of the draw, you've got Stevens or Kontaveit against Katskina or Wozniacki, Strikova, Keys. It's a lot weaker in that bottom half. So maybe if you're looking for some value, go for the bottom half. Alex, what do you like in the women's draw?
I said Wozniacki to beat Kasatkina.
No, sorry, on the outright, mate. On the outright, sorry.
I don't have a lean on anything. I think that Wozniacki has a very, very, very decent half of the draw, and she can make it far in the tournament. She's not a clay court specialist, but she incredibly won three matches, losing just 11 games in total. She is very good. She's not tired at all. She is fit 100%, and she might have a shot to go all the way.
I was going to do a joke there. I thought he was going to say Simona Halep, and as soon as you said it, I said, "No, we've got to cut you there, Alex, because you can't say anything about it." And you didn't do it. Oh, I'm gutted. I've got to go to the script now and try to find something else. Anyway,
out of curiosity, Alex, did you bet Halep before the tournament, or did you?
No.
You don't want to jinx her, so you stay away.
Exactly, I'm staying away. I don't want to jinx it. I said also in the last show, I don't want to talk anything about Halep winning.
Right, that's enough. That's enough of Halep.
just a quick note. I definitely put a bet on Halep after the Australian Open final. I thought she came so close to breaking through. I had Woz the whole way. I never hedged. I just let it ride, and I was so relieved that she managed to come through with the title. But my heart broke for Halep a little bit in that final.
Absolutely.
I was like, you know what? She's gonna she knows what she needs to do now. She knows she can beat all the women in this field. She just needs to kind of keep her head down and not exhaust herself on the run up to Roland Garros. And I think she did that well. She had some moments where she was flaking. But I don't think that I think she's got herself in the right place to make a run here and actually win this title and finally break through. So I'm holding on to a ticket from January, and I think she's going to play Sloane Stevens, so I'm going to grab a little Stevens right now to have her ready
At
on the inside.
19,
So
at
we'll see.
19 is that
She's
World
19. Yeah,
Cup?
okay.
Yes.
That's about what I would have expected, and I think that still does have value because I do think you're going to see. You'll be able to. She'll be probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 to 1 underdog against Halep in the final if she gets there at that point. So you'll be able to extract a ton of value. And I have Halep. I think it's 6 to 1 from January. So I'm fingers crossed that's how it plays out.
It's hopefully the Halep Sloane Stevens dream final. Let's move on to the men's. We've got 8 games to talk about. One of them is obviously in place. With 7 games, we know exactly who's playing. Not as interesting as the women's, really. I mean, it's been a very disappointing tournament. Nadal just seems to be just steamrolling his way through to another French Open title, 11th French Open title. I've looked at these games today, and I'm finding it really hard to get excited about any of them, Alex. What have you got for us? I'm sure you would have found some pearlers. Alex, what have you looked? Anything?
I was looking 2 matches. Djokovic, as expected, he lost 1 set with Bautista Agut, and this is what I went for, and the over 34.5, which both of them were winners. And I'm looking for the same thing against Verdasco, over 3.5 sets at 1.73, and again over 34.5 games at 1.74. And I have a surprise. I have Fonini to beat Marin Cilic at 3.
Oh, I hope you're right on that one. I've backed Fonini to win that
That'd
quarter,
be fun.
so I'm hoping you're right there. I'll give you some stats. Djokovic against Verdasco, 3-2 head-to-heads. Verdasco trails on that, but he's won every game they've played on clay. Djokovic never beaten Verdasco on clay. Well, Kappa, what do you make of Djokovic? What do you make of him?
I'm impressed, I guess. He showed form in Rome. I mean, this is a little bit of a rerun of what we saw last year. He found his form in Rome, did pretty well last year, made it to the final. He did the same sort of thing this year. He had some impressive wins in Rome. I think he's probably destined for I see the whole bottom half going relatively chalky. I don't think Cecchinato gives Goffin much of a run tomorrow. I don't think Verdasco gives Nole much of a test. I think we see a Zverev team quarterfinal in the 4th quarter there. I would give Nole a pretty good shot to get to the semifinals, where whoever wins that team Zverev match, I think, is probably going to the final. And it'll be fascinating if we actually get a final where you have one of 2 guys that have, taken a set off of, who have given Nadal, team beat him outright in Madrid. Zverev gave him a hell of a test in the Rome final, and I think it'll make for at least some drama in the men's side if we can get one of those 2 into the final. If Djokovic somehow makes it all the way to the final, I think Nadal probably straight sets him in an embarrassing fashion. But
at the start of the tournament, Nigel went with Nadal to win the whole thing and not to lose a set. Me, I went with Nadal to win the whole thing and not to lose more than 70 games in total, which I think that today's performance was incredible, and it's approaching towards the end. One great comment from our viewers: Alex, your voice is amazing. Love Nigel's accent, and Whale sounds so much like the actor Rob Hubel, who is amazing. So thank you. The name of our viewer is Underdog. So don't take some underdogs from your tennis picks.
It's I think this is like a weird scene from Ocean's 11 or something. Ocean's 12. It's like a $3 guys coming together to put a bank heist together all around the world. This is very.
Let me ask you guys a question that I think is probably the most interesting story on the men's side. So Zverev, obviously, the ongoing narrative, he has not done well in slams. The farthest he ever got was, a quarterfinal where he got beat by Raonic in Wembley? Fourth round he got beat by okay, so he's never, he has yet to really break through. And I wondered I was not impressed with him in round 2 or 3 in this tournament whatsoever. And actually, it's weird. He seems to, they put him in this terrible kit where he just doesn't look confident. He doesn't look like nearly as dangerous as he did when he was in all black in Madrid and Rome, I think, which is kind of a weird mental thing with him. But he saved match points in his last match. And a lot of times we've seen in the past, This happened with Wozniak, Australian Open. There are countless examples through the years of a young player who like can't break through at slam level. They have an opening, first, second, third round match where it's really tight. They fight off some match points, and that's like exactly what they need to kind of really break through and just kind of they lose like a little bit of the mental kind of handicap that is like, I just can't win at this level, and he fought off match points in spectacular fashion against Zoomer, which again, the fact that he didn't just win that in straight sets is amazing, but still he was able to overcome that challenge. And I kind of wonder if that's what he needed to really put together a run here to go all the way to the finals. Do you guys think that has any merit? Is there any reason to get involved in Zverev to make a run here to the final?
I certainly do think it's a great point, and I think it's happened in the first. But I've said to Alex in the shows we've done before, I think Zverev is the future of men's tennis. But I still, even though he's had a brilliant year, I still don't think he's a clay court player. I think he's more dangerous at Wimbledon.
Completely agree.
I think at 6'6" and his serve, I think he's going to come alive at Wimbledon. And I can't believe the fascination of everyone thinking this boy's going to be a future French Open champion and win loads of French Opens, because I don't think that's his game. Because what he does when he gets into running battles against smaller, more nimble players on the court, he looks rigid. And I think with his serve and his ground strokes, Wimbledon is where he's at. So I think what you're saying is yes for his career, but I still think he's vulnerable in this game tomorrow. I think he's got to get through a mental barrier of reaching a slam quarterfinal. That to me is a bigger thing. Then I think Dominic Thiem will. I think that's a test. Djokovic in the semi-final will be a huge test, and then Nadal in the final. I think that is a real tough route to get to the final. I wouldn't be back in it at all. But I do think he will have a breakthrough, and his breakthrough will come even at the Australian Open or US Open. Or I don't think this is his slam. I really don't think this is his slam.
Interesting. Alex, do you think he can win 3 in a row right now?
No. I think no. Karen Khachanov is a wonderful player. I watched him against Lucas Pouille, against Garcia Lopez, 2 incredible matches. I don't know what is happening with Zverev. I don't think that he's a clay court player. I think that, as Nigel said, he will do incredible performances in Wimbledon. But his 5-setter matches with Lajovic and Djumur, where he got lucky to win them both, it's a possibility that Khachanov at 3.55 to win against him, or at least to take him 1 set. But I think that it will be a long match again, and 37.5 games in the match at 1.5 look incredible from my point of view.
A long one, expected. Well, Kappa, we didn't get any tips for you for the fourth round. Any particular games you like?
I'm probably going to be backing some now. I think now is the time to really look for some opportunities in the set betting market. I'm probably going to back. Djokovic 3-1. I think you'll get a nice price on that. I'm probably going to back Zverev 3-0 just on the hope that saving match points really was a mental breakthrough, and that he's just gonna just play loose, play relatively unencumbered by the pressure, and just drop a hammer on Khachanov. And I agree, Khachanov is a brilliant player. Like, he's fun to watch and he's got a bright future, but I think his specific game does not tailor well to challenging Zverev. Like, I could see the Lajovic challenge coming a mile away. Like, that was a bad matchup for him, but I don't think Khachanov has the game to really make Zverev sweat. So I'm probably going to back Zverev 3-0, and then probably look for opportunities to back. Goffin fought back terrifically against Monfils. That was a hell of a test. I don't think Cecchinato represents anywhere close to as dangerous a test, and so I would expect Goffin gets by with relative ease against Cecchinato. I may back him on the games handicap or the set handicap. I haven't decided yet. And then in the top half, again, Nadal's not dropping a set to Martyrer. No way. Diego Schwartzman's going to the quarterfinals. His game is just spectacular right now. He was impressive as hell against George today. And then I like your call, the upset of Fognini over Cilic. I love that. And then in the bottom half, I'm holding a 200-1 ticket on Isner. And he's going up against. I didn't actually see that. Did that match finish today? Did he put away PHH, or is that?
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. I think he's 2 sets to love up, and he Alex.
It's over. Yeah, it's over.
Oh, he's won it. He's won it. It was 2
he
sets
finished.
We come on there.
So he's going up against Delpo. That's a fascinating matchup. A rematch of a really, really tough match in Miami. Delpo at that time was completely crippled. He was wearing all of the wear and tear of having gone through Indian Wells, beating Federer in the final there, and then just had tough test after tough test in Miami before Isner finally popped him. And so that'll be a fantastic matchup. They can't make the total high enough in that one. That one has 5 sets written all over it. And I do think Isner can get by Delpo in 5 in that one, and it'll be fascinating to see how it all plays out. So that's probably the match I'm most looking forward to of the 4th round.
So for all your German lovers that think that Germany will win the World Cup, we have a surprise here. 86 minutes in the game, so 4 minutes till the end. Austria beating Germany 2-1.
Well, what's that got to do with Isner against Delpo?
Just saying.
Anyway,
what do you guys think? Delpo Isner? Who does Isner have? Is he a live dog in that?
I'm worried that it won't be finished by Monday when we've got to do the quarterfinals. That's
fair. That's
my only worry. I think I'm looking at all these games, and the ones that we, Zverev against Kakaknov, Team. That's it. Yeah, be very careful how you say that, Alex. Team against Nishikori, Djokovic, Verdasco, Isner, Del Potro. I like Cilic, Fognini. I like the games. I like the total games. I think now we're going to see some real. We haven't had real 5-set epics in this tournament. That's one thing we haven't had. We had the Charlie game that went to 9-7 or something, but we haven't had real mid 5-set games. And I think this is where the tournament comes alive in the men's draw. I think that playing overs in those could be the way to go. Right, I've run out of time. Alex, just very quickly, just give us your bets both in the women's and the men's, if you can, please.
Yes, Wozniacki to beat Kasatkina 1.71, Kontaveit to beat Stevens 1.76, Madison Keys to beat Buzărnescu 1.6, Mertens plus 1.5 sets against Simona Halep at 2.25, and on the men's side, Djokovic versus Verdasco over 3.5 sets 1.73 and over 34.5 games at 1.74, Fognini to beat Cilic at 3.0. And I'm taking the last one, Karen Khachanov versus Alexander Zverev over 37.5 games at 1.8.
There you go. A lot to be getting stuck into. And well, Kappa, you probably a couple of your strongest ones.
So for tomorrow's men's sides, I haven't finalized my card by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm expecting Goffin 3-0. I'm expecting Djokovic 3-1. I'm hoping for Zverev 3-0, and I'll probably back Team 3-2. That's going to be an interesting one. I think that one will be probably the most challenging of the matches we see tomorrow. Or tomorrow could just be a total whitewash, and then all the interesting matches could be on Monday. So but I'll probably construct my card around that, looking for some overs, looking for some handicaps. None of the money line underdogs interest me at all in this 4th round, especially on the bottom half.
I like the overs in the team, Nishikori. I like overs, and I like Alex bets in Djokovic for Verdasco. And I'm disagreeing with the pair of you. And I'm going to go for Kaskina to beat Sloane Stephens. And they say that the British are patriotic. I can't believe we've got an American guy on here tipping Sloane Stephens and John Isner to win the French Open. The world's gone mad, Alex.
200 to 1 for a guy that is serving better than anyone and on tour right now.
On clay doesn't matter. On clay doesn't matter.
The world has gone completely better. Well, it's been all fun. We're going back on Monday. That's we're looking at the quarterfinals on Monday evening. Alex, same time, same place?
Same time, same place.
Unfortunately, Whale Kappa's coming to my place, and I'm going over to there to presenting it. So that would be very interesting. But if you want to follow any more tips throughout the tournament, I'm at Seeley_Nigel on Twitter. Alex is Alex at Need for Tips, and Whale Kappa is at Whale_Kappa. You've been watching Sportsbook Review. I've been Nigel Seeley. Good luck, guys, and I'll speak to you all on Monday.
Thank you.
Take care. Best of luck.
Best of luck.
Have a good